On the last episode of Mad Vad, he was reviewing the original trilogy when an unexpected visitor appeared. Who he knows? There he is. He's being forcibly removed from the premises, but he didn't want to leave. Will Mad Vad survive? Will something happen? I don't know. That's why you're watching the show. Enjoy.
Okay, this is the big one. This is the sucker of all science fiction movies. This is the fake. This is Phantom Menace. What can be said about Phantom Menace? It's a child's movie. Yeah, I know episode 6 was a child's movie too, but this is borderline for kids. No lack of real storytelling. Cheap CGI, lack of interesting characters, crappy characters, and as well, far out action sequences. And the movie probably would have been better, maybe, if they had more of those, but they don't. And I've also heard the blasphemy and heresy out of people's mouths saying this is their favorite Star Wars movie. And they're lacking knowledge. This is not a good Star Wars movie. This is not even it's entertaining, but it's not a good movie. But I would also have to argue with my young self. This was my favorite Star Wars movie when I was younger. What was it? Lucas has a child's mind, I think, and that's how he appealed to me when I was young. But when you grow up, you notice faults in things, and this has some serious faults in it. And don't be wrong, it has interesting characters as Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. And it has some old familiar characters too, and that's cool as well. And they have Yoda, and then they have fucking Samuel L. Jackson, and they got freaking Darth Maul. But, cool characters does not, help build up a story. And I think I'm gonna regret this, but with all sincerity, I don't think it's as terrible as everyone says, so I should give it a D-. And I know someone's gonna be at me for that, but dude, I have a gun in my head, okay? And I have to admit, the trailer is pretty cool, but that's about it.
Well, you forgot the most important character.
I'm not talking about him.
But Misa's very important to this movie.
I'm not talking about that, Jar Jar. I'm not.
Fine. Misa will talk about it.
Go ahead. Go. You have a gun. I don't. So go ahead.
Okay.
Alright. Star Wars Episode 1 is the greatest movie George Lucas has ever put out. It comes with 2 slaves, Chin Kan Kwan and Obi-Wan. It doesn't matter. Misa is the main character in this movie. I'm the main hero. I am the fucking greatest character ever in film. I am so skillful. All my dialogue is witty and amazing. I actually wrote this movie. Fuck George Lucas. He's a fucking hack. He was sitting in the director's chair, dying, eating cheese fries, getting a heart attack, and I was writing and doing all the fucking work. On Tatooine, I used my electrical engineering prowess to fix Anakin Skywalker's pod. He had no fucking clue what he was doing, but Misa has a PhD in metal stuff, and I did it. Misa's also a great racer. I pretended to be Anakin Skywalker in the pod race. That's why we won! Cause I'm the fucking greatest, and don't you ever fucking forget that! During the war, I single-handedly defeated the Trade Federation Chinese People Army of robots! It's great. Watch this movie. Misai's a friend of you and me.
Oh, and Misa also like.
No, we're done. We're done talking about Jar Jar Binks, okay? We are done talking about episode 1.
Oh, you still think we're done? Okay, then we can watch episode 2.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, you like them apples, motherfucker? I hate you.
Oh God. Episode 2. Now, when everyone claims episode 1 to be the worst Star Wars movie, I have to disagree. It goes to this piece of shit right here. My God, this is a bad movie. And I mean bad. Look, I made that option episode 1 like, oh, they should use more action sequences. No, just don't, okay? Because it just turns into a fucking video game at one point. And guess what? I give respect to, Emperor Palpatine and Obi-Wan's characters in this movie, but God, man, this sucks. Sucks hard. And it's because of this fucking romance between Anakin and fucking Padme. And thinking you put Jango Fett, Boba Fett's father in this is gonna make me like the movie more? No, I'd rather play Bounty Hunter, okay? Thank you very much. Jeez, do you think even adding fucking cool-ass, one of my favorite actors in this movie, Christopher Lee, as the infamous and all-powerful Count Dooku would help? And it does in a certain aspect. I'm like, oh, when it gets to that point in the movie, I love it, because you got the clones, the battle droids, and Jedis versus each other, and freaking Count Dooku's just behind it all on, yeah, join me, Obi-Wan. And it's just like, what? Damn, and Geonosians, but God, man, cool. That's all I can ever say about these movies is cool. Is there anything else that can be said about these horrendous movies? And thank God Natalie Portman saved her career. Jesus, man, this is just... Oh God, you know what? I gave Phantom Menace a D. This goes beyond. I don't care about action anymore. This fucking gets a low grade. This gets F. F plus. Jesus. How can they make this movie? God, man. Lucas does not know how to write a love story or a Star Wars movie in this generation. Fuck!
And that concludes episode 2.
Misa also wants to remind you about this.
Misa proposed that the Senate give immediately emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor.
What the fuck was that? Misha thought that was a scene of me having sex with Padme. I don't remember doing that. I gotta stop doing cocaine.
I totally forgot about that.
That made the Empire rise.
You get burst on your fire! You piece of Okay, I'm sorry.
Misa, sorry.
Yeah, how about we just chill out and... where's episode 3? Get episode 3. Let's just watch episode 3.
Ooh, okay.
Now, with all the complaints I had with the other two, I feel Lucas fixed them with this last movie. And yeah, you can never erase such horrendous characters like Jar Jar, but this felt like it added something. Added something to the mythos of the universe. Finally, I see some connections to episode 4. Some connections. And we get the end of a galactic battle, and that provides our action sequences. And then we have actual storytelling of a tragic fall of a character, even though he's not likable at this point. At least I see some transitions. And yeah, people, yes, I felt emotions. I remember seeing this in 2005, same year as King Kong, and I was depressed when I came out of that movie theater, but I was also excited. I went and popped in episode 4 when I got home. I was so happy. This movie fixed the faults of the other movies, and no character fell out of place and got disrespect. Maybe except for the Jedi that fought Darth Sidious, but, you know, that's our thing. And even the micro series on Cartoon Network built this up. We got to see some characters like General Grievous and like his rage against Obi-Wan. Got to see Yoda in action. We got to see Yoda fight Darth Sidious. We got to see a lot of things. And yes, I agree. And it had Chewbacca, come on, it had the Kashyyyk. But like I said, those things are cool. And the one thing this movie provided me with was actually some story. That's why I like it. And it's not even the best movie. It is dark as shit. And you know what? Many people would fall for that immediately, but I wouldn't. But it does have that rise and fall aspect to it, which provides me some entertainment and shows me that Lucas actually tried in this movie. So, better again said, I wouldn't give it any rating close to the trilogy, but I would say this movie does deserve some far better recognition than the other two, and it does get a C. I would say a C-, just because it's still falling short in aspects, but not a bad movie. Finally, it's going somewhere. Thank you, Lucas, for that.
Like the prequels?
Okay. I'll admit, even with the gun to my head, they're not as bad as everyone has said. But they're still overrated pieces of shit that ruin the name of Star Wars and hellspawn like you, and I mean you, Jar Jar Binks, fucking up and ruin my childhood. So guess what, pal? Get the fuck out of my house and never come back!
It's not funny! None of that is funny!
But, Jar Jar,
You think I just dance around? Huh? Do you? You'll die for this!
what do you want?
Revenge!